Sometimes it's easy to fall back into the way that we used to live before Christ, to start believing in the false ideas and perceptions that we have based on our carnal nature rather than on the truth of Jesus. And in Ephesians 2, Paul gives us this beautiful kind of contrast between how we were and how we are now through Christ. And I want to read this. I'm going to paraphrase some of it. It's in Ephesians 2. I encourage you to go back and really read it and chew it up. I'm going to paraphrase some just to highlight some points. But basically, he starts out and he's talking about all of us. He says right in verse 1, "And you were dead in the trespasses and sins in which you once walked, following the course of this world, following the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that is now in work in the sons of disobedience, among who we all once lived in the passions of our flesh, carrying out the desires of the body and mind, and were by nature children of wrath." So understand this. We all once lived in that way, following the desires and the passions of our flesh. And sometimes we could fall victim into that again if we aren't careful in guarding our mind. But we look at verse 4, and here's the beautiful thing. I love this where the contrast begins. It says, "But God, being rich in mercy because of the great love with which he loved us, even when we were dead in our trespasses, made us alive together with Christ. By grace you have been saved." And then he goes on and continues to emphasize on this point. And I love this over at the bottom. We're going to start in verse 8. "For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing, it is the gift of God." You didn't save yourself. This is a gift from God, not a result of works, so that no one may boast. It's not our work, it's his work. "For we are his workmanship, created in Christ for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them." So he created you for good works by his work, which saves us, for good works to continue to spread his message.